Hi, Chris. It's Sunday, September 19th, and I'm taking a short break from Civilization 4 to record a video for you. So, right now, Rasul's mom, Jackie, is here. She's still here. She's been here since Friday night. She brought with her the dress for Becky for the wedding. I guess you could call it Becky's wedding dress, perhaps. And it wasn't exactly done. They needed to add sleeves, and it had to be fitted, and it's still not exactly done, but it's apparently really close. It was funny because starting out, Becky was just like, "Oh, well, I don't care if you see Jeffrey, whatever," and I didn't like look at it or anything. And then after everything's been done and it's all like fancy and pretty and cool and stuff, now Becky's like, "No, you can't see, you can't see." She was trying it on again a few hours ago, and she was just like, I was in the other room, and she was like, "No peeking," and it's just like, huh, that's funny because I would have thought that it was the same like level, whether now or before the dress was fitted. But she apparently doesn't think that. But I think it means that she's starting to really like the dress, which is good. It looks like Jackie's going to be staying the night tonight again, and we'll be going home tomorrow, and we'll be finishing things up between now and then. So that'll be good. I had a question for you about Civilization. So, I've played one full game. I've played a few partial games, some that I scrapped and some that aren't complete yet. But I played one full game that I won, and I won it through domination, which I looked up, and it means that I had 65% of the 65% of the land mass, and greater than 25% of my nearest opponent's population. So, my question to you is, another one of the victory conditions can be to win by completely wiping everyone out. And what I don't get is how that can happen without you first winning by domination. So, with your experience and knowledge of the Civilization series, can you explain that to me? Why and how it would be possible to ever win by wiping people out, by conquer, um, without winning by domination first? So I've always known that Rasul's mom is a nice person, great person to be around, but I didn't realize that she was really really cool until now. Like I knew she was nice and I liked her and I liked talking with her and whatnot, but I've heard some interesting stories. So I always used to think of her as like a kind of straight laced, stereotypical Christian, and I don't say Christian necessarily in a derogatory term, but I do in this instance. Not so I'm not saying Christianity in itself is bad, and she actually thought that I was when I made the statement to her. But no, I just mean the type of almost fundamentalist that has very little room for letting people live their lives and only wants to very strictly control everything. That's the image I had of Rasul's mom. Now, I had an image of her that she was a very nice and giving person within that, but that was it. So here are things that I've learned. And I knew that after she got her divorce, she had kind of changed a little bit, but she's been living with the Hell's Angel, and she made the cake, or bought the cake and delivered, I'm not sure which, for one of the retiring Hells Angels birthday parties, or no, yeah, birthday parties. And he was a very well-known person, and so they had bikers from all over the place attending his birthday party. And a gunfight broke out, and she was somehow the most calm and collected of all of the women there, and she managed to escape from the gunfight with the cake. So that was an interesting story. Another interesting story was about when Rasul was a kid. She and her husband at the time had a lake house, and the family would all go to the lake house in the summers or whatever. And so she had learned what was a good snake and what was a bad snake. And she encountered a bad snake. I don't remember what kind of snake it was, but it was the kind that, could really hurt you. And it was that she encountered. It was 5 feet long. She kills it, chops off its head, and then thinks, oh, this will be really neat. I'll take the snake's headless body, back to show Rasul, and he and I together can skin the snake. Okay. So they get back to the lake house, because they were out. I guess it was a water moccasin, maybe? Is that a bad snake? Is that a poisonous snake? If so, that's probably what it was. If not, then that's not what it was. Anyway, so they get back with the snake to the lake house, and Jackie calls out, Rasul, come on, you gotta come check this out. She gets the snake out of the bag and is going to show Rasul. Well, the snake body has coiled itself up, and it starts striking. There's no head. It's completely dead. It's been dead for almost half an hour. But it starts striking, just all over. Strike, strike, strike. And everywhere it strikes, a little bit of blood spurts out. It's crazy, right? How awesome a story is this? Well, it doesn't get better, but it continues. So after the snake's body did its thing and did whatever, they did skin it. She and Rasul was responsible for taking it back home. Well, it turns out Rasul didn't take it back home. They found out next time they came to the lake house that Rasul had left the snake carcass in the refrigerator. So it was a lovely smell. Yeah, like I said, the best part was clearly the headless body striking, splurting blood. There was another one. Oh, you would get a kick out of this. Her family, when she was a kid, they just burned all their trash. They didn't take it to the dump or anything. Just burned it. And apparently Rasul has a little bit of pyromaniac tendencies as a result of things that he learned from Jackie. They've had the fire department, or I guess they had, when Jackie and Hamid and everybody still lived there, they had the fire department out numerous times because they would just burn things in their backyard, kind of the way that you do. And apparently the neighbors, every time they did it, would call the fire department. So you need to meet Jackie, and you need to interface with her for a while. I think it would be a very, very interesting series of conversations. And I guess I'll leave it with that. Don't forget to be awesome.